one of the misconceptions people have about Dubai, especially from the UK, is people think that Dubai is still cheap. You know, somebody in the UK could have a house worth £500,000 and he thinks he's a god, you know, and £500,000 here doesn't get you very far.
Mm.
And I'm saying to people when they come to me and they say, you know, I had a typical example. I spoke to someone yesterday. He goes, James, you know, I want to try and buy a 2-bedroom. I want to buy it here. And when I asked him, I go, how much liquid cash have you got? And he goes, £50,000. I said, bro, you know, we can't do that. You know, we can't look at a tier 1 developer. We can't even look at a tier 2. You may need to look at a tier 3, tier 4 developer that's up and coming, that's got one of those payment plans where you can put 40, 50,000 down and you're paying a little 1% and it works for you. Yeah. I go, we can put you into something like that. But I feel people have this misconception of Dubai where they think it's still cheap.
Yes.
And I try to say to people, Dubai's not cheap anymore. You know, you need to be coming here with a minimum, I say to them, 300. If you've got £350,000, let's have a conversation.
Yes.
If you haven't, then you need to rethink this.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just feel that because they come from Great Britain, that they've got some kind of buying power. And I have to quickly break them down and say, look, no, you haven't, man. Like, I'll have people say to me, James, I want to get a 4-bedroom villa, standalone when I come to Dubai. I'll go, you got 8 million? You got 10 million? You got 12 million? And they're like, no, I thought I could buy something for $500,000. I said, shut up, man.
Yeah.
You're talking shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are very, very difficult. But I think for me, it'll be easier because I'm UK born and bred. So I understand I can have that conversation. I'm already on that level. A lot of those barriers have been broken. But I think for anybody who's targeting that audience, you need to be pretty blunt with them. You know, I wouldn't massage anybody's ego. If like you get certain agents that are like, they'll just agree with whatever the person's saying. If they say, oh, this, they're too soft with them. And I'm quite clear with people. I say, look, if you're not ready to buy something in the next 2 weeks, let's not have this conversation. And they're like, what? You're just going to turn me away? I said, look, respectfully, I'm not turning you away, but in the UK, you can put an offer in on a property and 4 months later,
you can still purchase.
Yeah. I'll go here in Dubai, you put an offer in a property. If by 4 hours you haven't signed the contract, he's going to say, bounce, I'm going to sell it to somebody else.
Yeah. And then the people they're thinking are pushing.
Yeah.
So why you're pushing me?
Yeah.
If this will not happen, then something else comes. I had the same thing with one client. Was referred from a friend of mine. He said, "Look, this client is coming. He's ready to purchase." And I reached a level where I'm not discussing anymore because I think sometimes the client have to make the experience to feel it with their own money, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to protect them anymore from bad investments. And he came here and he said, yeah, I want to purchase. And I said, okay, listen, you want to purchase, you want to have something ready.
Yeah.
So, but now 60% of your money is invested in your assets, what you are working for.
Yeah.
So how you can purchase something, I say, who should be ready if you don't have that funds? Yeah, can we not reserve it for 2 months, 3 months? I said, no, we cannot reserve it for 2 months, 3 months. It's not working like this in Dubai.
Yeah.
I said, but I can offer you something. I have something. I say, I would not recommend you more entering in JVC actual with that market price of what happened in JVC. But one of my investors gave a plot to a developer. This developer constructed on it. It was a JV. I said, and I have currently 1 bedrooms in JVC, 28th floor, full unobstructed marina skyline view. I said for just 800,000 dirhams.
Yeah.
It's like you purchased 4 or 5 years ago from a good developer. Handover is next year, Q4 2026. Put it on the table and let's move it ahead. I say you can easily sell it. I said, even with the market condition, what you have. Oh, sounds amazing. I didn't find anything in that price categories. Let's do it. Let's see on Tuesday the plot. And coming back, yeah, Mario, I talked with my friends in Germany and currently Iran is bombing to Israel and we are in the Middle East and they say it's not the right time to invest in the Dubai real estate market. And then I understood him and his friend, they have any idea. And if someone is thinking that Dubai will enter in a war here, all the richest Israeli people have the assets here, all the Iranian people have the assets here.
Yeah.
So no one will bomb their own assets in Dubai. I said, that's it. Okay, buy in 2 years, buy in 3 years, try again purchasing a property for 800,000 dirhams in 2-3 years in such areas.
Yeah.
I'm tired of making this to scale. They have to feel it as well. If you're showing them the good ones, And then they are talking with other brokers, what is good to talk with other brokers, but our bad behavior is that we have 80% of shitty brokers here and just 20% of good brokers who are showing them afterwards, I don't know, 3-4 developers who have good prices, who have good payment plans, and say, yeah, but I have to move ahead with this because the payment plan is lucrative, the price per. Okay, do it. I will not protect them. I will not say this developer is bad, this developer have delay, it's an oversupply, but okay, do it. Let's talk in 3 years if you want to resell or rent the property. No,
Yeah, yeah.
it's hard, it's tough.